All right. Good morning, you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for praying for me. I'm terribly humbled. And as you can see, I'm feeling much better today. Um, I just rested yesterday, and this morning I feel much better, not so dizzy. And I think I might even be able to go get groceries today. So I just really, really thank you guys. I'm just so thankful and blessed by such a wonderful YouTube family. You guys are awesome. I love reading your comments, and I love how you talk with each other together and stuff. And I'm just very blessed, and I'm very thankful. So I told you guys, whenever I see something or have a dream, I like to share it with you guys. It doesn't mean that it may be something great or whatever. You guys know me by now. But I did ask the Lord some questions last night before I went to bed. Basically, there's just a couple, three things, about the timing and just trying to figure out the order of things. But this is what I was shown last night, and I'm just going to share it with you guys. Any comments, you guys know I'd like to chat with you, so let me know what you think. So this is what happened. I was in, it looked like a hotel room. I was in a big city, and I was way up high, okay? So I was in this room, and it had windows. And I know that the two people with me were two angels. I know this because they were definitely different than I was. There was me, and then they were in a different, they looked like human form, but the reason I knew this was because towards the end of the dream, I don't know, I think because I feel a connection with them. And I just knew that's who they were, because they were in, like in a shadow, okay? They were different from me. But anyways, we sat in this room, and I was waiting for Brian. I was waiting for my husband. So, I believe I was actually waiting for Jesus, okay? Now, I knew that we had been waiting so long. I mean, I just knew that as I sat there, I'm thinking, I can't believe it's been this long that we've been waiting. And so I leaned forward to look out the window, because like in cities, they have the clocks with the time and stuff on it, right? So I leaned forward to look out this window, and I waited for the clock to show the time. And when it did, it showed 11:30. And I got really excited because the timing was in my timing. So to me, I only had like 15, 20 minutes, and I was going to see him, get ready to see him for lunch, or I knew it wasn't till noon. So I got excited because it was like, oh my gosh, it's so close. I'm finally going to see him. And right after I checked the time, it was nice out, okay? But as soon as I checked the time and saw how close he was to coming, everything went completely dark. This huge storm just rolled right in. I mean, in the room I was in, it had all these windows, okay? And a lot of times, windows represent a vision. So me and the two angels were sitting in this room, and this huge storm cloud just rolled right in, and everything went dark. Inside this thunderstorm were black clouds, lightning. I mean, we knew it was bad. In fact, it was so bad that I remember thinking in the dream that I wanted to go home. I didn't want to be there. But anyway, so as soon as the storm came, okay, and it was still like 11:30, maybe it was like getting to be like 20 of at this point, because it was in our time here. As soon as that storm cloud came in, we left. The angels got up, and I went with them. Okay? So what we did is, the next thing I remember seeing is we were walking through what looked like an indoor, how did I write it here? Hang on. Oh, like a underground mall. Okay, it wasn't like you go to a store that's on level top. It was like we were underground, and it was this long, like, tunnel. But it had all these products and stuff that you walked by. Now, the odd thing that I did is I held a string, and I dragged this string with me. It had a starting point, and then when I got so far, I dropped it. Just like you would leave breadcrumbs for somebody. All right, that's what I was doing with the string. And I remember when I dropped it, I saw a lady behind me say, oh my gosh, what is this? So she saw the string that I left. The only thing that we did, and this angel was right beside me, you guys. He never left my side, very protective. Every step I took, he took. So it was like we were connected to the shoulder. That's why I said I know that this is where my angels. And I stopped one time, and I looked at a backpack, and it was full of stuff. Now, I don't know why I did that. But after I did that, we just continued walking and we left. And I knew that Brian was going to meet me wherever these angels were taking me, okay? So that's what happened in that scene. In the next scene, again, I don't know where I was, but it was definitely a different place, okay? We lived, where we were was a place that we knew we could not get hurt. It was impossible to get hurt, okay? Now, in this dream, in this scene, a little girl arrived or came to this place that we were. I don't know if it was like a little town. I mean, I'm just saying, all of a sudden, we had people there, and all of a sudden, this little girl arrived. And I remember what she looked like. She had to have been anywhere from 9, maybe 8, 9, or 10 years old. It's hard to tell anymore, but about that age. And she had long hair. She pulled it back. It was in a ponytail, and it was like reddish blonde hair. And I still remember, I mean, I can remember her face, but she said to me, she arrived, and she said, "Can you get hurt here?" And I was trying to make her laugh, and I was like, no. You know, just playing around with her. I was like, "Nope, you can try, but you cannot get hurt here." And then I held her. I picked her up, and she said she wanted to know why her parents wanted to come here so bad. Did they love her? And I said, "Oh my gosh, your parents love you more than you can ever imagine." I said, "They wanted you to come here because you can't get hurt here." Okay, and then that's all I remember. I just took her away. But I thought that was pretty cool. It shows to me like the safe place of the Lord when he comes to get us. So where we were, it was beautiful too. I mean, it was like here. I mean, there was beautiful trees, and you know, it looked like a countryside. Okay, it was just really pretty. And I'll be honest, some of the leaves looked colored. I don't know if that's a clue or not, but it was just really pretty. It was just a beautiful, like if you lived out in the country. And she just wanted to make sure her parents loved her, and why she wanted to know why they wanted her to come to this place. And I just told her simply, it's because you can't get hurt here. You're safe here. Nothing can happen to you. So I don't know. I think this dream was pretty cool, you guys. I think that it shows that this we're again very, very close to the Lord coming. I was able to look and actually see the time and see how close we were. And what I mean by our time is a lot of times people will say, "Well, all right, 11:30, how long is that in God's time or this time?" But I had specifically asked him, you know, about the timing. And I said, you know, "Can you show me in my timing how close it is?" So think about it. If you guys had a 12 o'clock appointment, okay, say at the doctor's or whatever, and you looked at your clock, it was 11:30, what would you think? You'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I only got a half hour and I got it. Well, actually, I only got 15 minutes and I got to go." So he was showing me in our time that it's that close. We know here that a half hour goes by like that. Okay? So I believe that's what it was doing, because, you know, I had asked that. Because I had a long, lengthy talk with him about timing. I said, some people say that 1,000 years is a day to you, or a day or is, you know, or 1,000 years. And I said, and Lord, I myself have tried to figure that out. I said, you know, if you could just show me, you know, just a little bit better way of how close we are. So it is very close, because a half hour to us is nothing. You know what I mean? A half hour goes by like that. It's time to get a shower, get dressed, and head out to your doctor's appointment, because that's how close we are. And there's a huge storm coming, which we know. But I think during that storm, I think actually at the beginning of that storm, we're going somewhere, because as soon as that storm rolled in, I watched it float. It was weird. I just saw it float right by. It came, sat there in front of my window, got really dark. I only had time to say, "I sure wish I was home." Because, you know, when you get a bad thunderstorm and you're working or something, like with me, I'd rather be home, you know, during a bad thunderstorm. And that's what I was thinking in the dream. I was like, "Oh, I'd rather be home during this storm." And it wasn't just right after that the angels got up, and I followed them. We left. Okay, and we left a trail, and I think what that represents is that's what we're doing right now. All these videos, all these little seeds that we're planting, we're leaving a trail, okay? And so I'm excited, you guys. I hope it brings encouragement. I think it's cool how the Lord is really showing me things almost every day. This is really neat. So, and again, I can't tell you how much I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You just treat me so kind. I know it may sound silly, but I literally cry sometimes when I read the things you guys say. And I don't want you to think it's because I'm a big baby, but I grew up with a very, very verbally abusive parent. Okay? I was always hurt. And I just grew up feeling that I was nothing. Not worthy. I mean, I used to say to my husband, "Why do you even love me? I'm nothing," because that's how I was raised, to feel like I was nothing. And so you guys got to understand, when you say such kind words like that, it really touches my heart. And it's sincere, because even at 48 years old, I think I'm still struggling with that. But I have forgiven, of course. I love my mom very much, and I pray for her. But those things, it's they're some are some pretty deep scars, hard to get rid of. But I just saying this so that you guys know how thankful I am. I really do love you guys, and I do hope these dreams bring you courage. Have faith. That's what it takes, just faith and believing. And just know that, you guys, very soon this storm is coming. We all feel it. So be prepared. But I don't think you need to worry, because those of us that are with God won't be here, okay? So keep planting seeds, and yeah, just keep planting seeds. I love you guys. So I'm going to go get some groceries. I finally feel better, and I pray you guys have a great day. I do love you, and I do pray for you all, okay? All right, see ya.